Hey guys, my name is Ciera Anderson, and today for my communication literacy presentation, we are going to be looking at a set of data from a weed science study about herbicides. This herbicide data set is pertaining to the effectiveness on three common weeds we see all the time in the landscape and field production. These weeds are Johnson grass, field sambar, and Palmer amaranth. For Palmer amaranth, we are observing a glyphosate resistant and tolerant variety. So before we get too far into our presentation, I just wanted to provide the set of raw data that was given to us. Here in Table 1, you can see all the different treatments that are used along with the different plants they are used on. Notice the lettering next to the numbers. Now, I know it might look a little confusing and overwhelming, but it is just explaining the effectiveness of each treatment on said plant. So, to break down the different treatments that are used, here we have Roundup Power Max or glyphosate, which is a broad spectrum herbicide. It is used in many different crops and it controls both grassy and broadleaf plants in a post emergent setting. Liberty or glufosinate is a broad spectrum contact herbicide, which means it must come in contact or touch the plant's leaves, stems, or other part to be effective. It is labeled to be used in many crops, both annual and broadleaf plants, also post emergent. Ammonium sulfate or AMS is a adjunct that enhances herbicide uptake in the plants. So it prevents cations from binding in hard water settings and just increases overall effectiveness. Ingena or dicampa is a systemic herbicide that is labeled for use in dicampa tolerant crops, and it is used to control broadleaf plants. So for systemic, as long as the roots uptake the herbicide, it'll be effective in that plant. So here for my data graphs, I broke it into two different categories. The first one was the glyphosate resistant and non-resistant Palmer amaranth. Here you can see for Roundup Power Max plus Roundup Power Max AMS, the susceptible Palmer amaranth is it's very effective treatment for those. But for the resistant, it did absolutely nothing. When you move over to the different types of herbicides used in combination, it is a better match, but the best match would be the Roundup Power Max plus Ingena. If you look at the grassy weeds we're trying to control, the field sambar and Johnson grass, the Roundup Power Max is fairly effective in both of those categories, but the Ingena is not effective at all. This shows that Ingena might not be a good treatment strategy for grassy weeds. In conclusion, I do think it's important to realize costs associated with any type of herbicide use. So I provided a small graph showing the breakdown of prices depending on what you choose to use, from most expensive to least expensive. So I hope this helped y'all understand that data set a little bit more, and thank you for watching.